Guys, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm on the way. It was one glorious 4-day weekend. I'm only gonna play for like 3 hours because I gotta get up at 11, 12 o'clock to meet up with somebody. So I'm not gonna stay out too long. 3 hours almost. But I'm off the next 4 days and fix our oven tomorrow, so hopefully that's resolved. Yeah, hopefully we don't have to go buy a new one. I'm hoping that's the case. Should be a $300 fix. But the new one's gonna cost us at least $1,200, and like, we really need to buy a new one, especially if it's not that bad to fix. Parts we can find parts for it. So we can, spend $200-300, get it to last another 5 years. I think it's worth it. Yeah, everything's really good. The internet's having a heart attack over today. My God. Thought I was gonna die. So apparently they fixed the PlayStation 5 controller issue, so I don't need to use the mod anymore. I'm gonna test it out, but they said they fixed it. So it should work fine with the PS5 controller. You don't have to use the PS4 tool anymore. Which is good. I'd rather not use it if I don't have to. I mean, I don't mind using it, but if I can avoid using it, that'd be better. The only thing that changes the clips, but like this certain PlayStation and Xbox, I still have that part. That's still a problem.
We've got local specials, good food, good prices. Hello there. Here it is. It's in your hands now.
Everybody's already in there. So,
Oh no.
almost everybody's playing this game is already in there. Level 100. Got the best gear already. Just like, pretty good. Already? Game's only been out for in 3 weeks. Not even 3, like 2 weeks. People are already at the end. So, it's gonna. A lot of people are gonna stop playing if that's the case, if they're already getting bored. It's like I figured it's like a month or two to get to the end when people are already up there. I think people are just power buttons. Which I don't. It's gonna make the game die.
Spread your wings. As the morn gets the loneliness, obviously. Thanks for the help. Let's look at that! No one settles this way. No mercy. Call. Even the formless cloud can give rise to a storm. Sorry, I don't speak samurai. Right. You look out for any strong attacks.
So you get level sync when you fight stuff. Doesn't keep you at the high level until you just eliminate shouting losses. I do like the level sync feature.
Not bad. Hey, nice. treats? Come to view the requests? Here it is. Good luck out there. Is your stomach growling? No more Miss Nice Fairy. No one want a treat?
Attack already!
Right here.
Do the trick. You've got some backbone after all.
You deserve the credit. All at once. The pond settles.
You're going down!
Hey, ears perked, eyes peeled. Of course. Great! You want to get left behind?
Well done.
Get them! Fine. For you. You're the best!
You okay? I'm too intelligent to get hurt.
They're feeling the pressure. Watch out! Observe and overcome. Stay sharp! Let's break you in! Help me out! Good timing. That was great! Come on! Gather! Well done! The next will be even better! Did you expect any less? True pay! Want a treat? Now, everybody! Let's take fair rips ahoy! If you're right, requiesce! Ohio! Big sister defense! Butterfly attack! Rise! Ew! Yep, I'm here! Now, the punch! A 1, 2, the astrophism!
You need a lab lizard to tell me.
Here goes! No escape! Let's get him! Let's finish them off! Out here! Let's roll! Away! Now! Let's roll! Gotta be out of that, I think! done.
What did you expect?
I'll follow this crew anywhere. You're the best! Let's roll. The time is right. Well done, everyone.
Did you like that?
Well, teamwork's kind of my thing.
Then let's keep our guard up. Thanks for the help.
Ready to go! Let's break it! We're up! No escape! That was great, everyone! Let's place together! Stay together! Get real strong!
Where's your breaking point? Ours smack.
Don't forget! Maya! Need a hand? All is away. Yep, I'm here. A 1, 2, ascension! There's more where that came from. We could have done a little easier. Remove the basis of power. Discipline. Leave it to me! Move it, Mia! You made that look easy. Open sesame. Open sesame. Exceptional payment. That's what I needed. We're the top dogs here.
Come to view the requests? Here it is. Good luck out there.
Everyone, to the fight. Stay alert. Don't let anything get the jump on you. Look alive! We've got company! No one's more. Don't breathe. You're dead! I can do that too!
Doctor's in.
All at once! That should take care of this area. The next zone awaits.
No more nice needles.
The final.
Swift as thought. Dark as death. Take one. Another chance. Here goes down.
Great work. That was nothing.
Let's blast the next one too. I need your aid. Everyone else is let's go!
I fought rocks with more intelligence.
That should take care of this area. The next zone awaits. Is everyone ready? We've got company!
Dance of the pink. Sing my blade. I'm right behind you. You too. Feeling shy, Nicola?
Scared of needles.
Okay.
That was sweet, Hermia!
Why, thank you.
I'll follow you. I never do! Super duper! Sure thing.
Agreed. There is but we got them!
This should do it!
They shall fall!
So that went well!
Let's keep it up.
Now I know you are very, very careful, okay?
Okay, got it. Understood.
Focus up, Leo.
Suck it up.
No mercy.
How is the pace? Can you keep up?
Yeah, go faster if you want.
Get them! Fine, ready.
Cagliostro.
You okay? I'm too intelligent to get hurt.
Nicola! Go check out the next place.
What's up, Blades? How you doing?
Get him!
Let us take them.
Let's go! Get him!
Impressive.
Yeah,
It was a pleasure.
Go back to whence we came. Anchor right. Requiesca.
Big sister defense.
Butterfly effect. Moonrise. Show him your strength.
I'll clean up here.
One, two, ascension!
Thank you for keeping our spirit.
Want a treat?
The time is rare.
Strike now!
Come.
I'll get him! I'm danger. We take 5.
Sniff out any trouble, would you?
We're in the home stretch
Oh,
now.
you've been frustrated?
Keep it up.
How come you're frustrated? What happened?
What did you read it well? How kind.
And I think that's everything. You were awesome out there.
Oh yeah, I hate work streams, dude. Those streams suck. I'll be honest, I don't like popular streams.
You're kidding.
One,
over
because I
already?
feel like a lot of people are very disingenuous. And two, it's just, I don't want to deal with just blah, 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 you know, the stupid fanboy crap. Just barrage of messages. I'm not particularly fond of famous people. Because I don't know, I feel like they're just too disingenuous for me. There's some that are genuine, I'm not saying all are, but there are a lot of fake people. They're very superficial. Yeah, Steam Deck is a hit or miss with games. If it's not officially supported, it's not gonna. There's no guarantee it's gonna work. So remember, it's not a Windows OS. It's a Steam OS. So there might
View
be
the request?
problems as a result.
All right, see
Just
you.
know that getting involved in that.
What can I do you for? We have let me know if you need help. Appreciate the support. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to talk to them. I'll be honest. I don't want to talk to anyone. I mean, why would I? Why would I want to talk to these people? Like, dude, just no. People are always, it's always clout chasing. People only follow people because they're famous. A lot of people, you'd be surprised if people just follow people strictly because of their status. That's what they care about, is the status, because they want to be inclusive where everybody else is. They're like, oh, this person's famous, I'm gonna be cool if I'm around all these people, so I better follow the famous people. See, I like being the guy that's not very famous, but I'm known, but I'm not famous, you know? I like being kind of like that guy, the obscure guy, that no one really talks about, but people are aware of me, I guess. Because I know people are aware of me in the Guilty Gear community, and Final Fantasy XI community, they're aware of me. But I keep such a low profile that most people don't talk about me, so I don't really put myself out there. I don't want to. I don't like people knowing who I am. I don't like people knowing my business. Oh yeah. No, everybody's playing this game. I mean, I see why. It's a good game. But the only thing is, everybody's at the end already. Like, I see a lot of people just already doing end game. They're focusing, already got their legendary weapons and shit. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, they go through it so fucking fast. And I'm just like, dude, I don't want to play it like that. Like, I'll be honest, they're level 100, all the best gear in the game already. I'm like, dude, like, why are you such a rush to get to the end? They want to fight the hardest thing already, right at the bat. Like, why don't you enjoy the journey, like getting stronger, and, leveling up, and, finding things, and, but they don't want to do that. They just want to rush right to the top. They rush through the story, get right to the end game. It's like literally, seen some people like literally 2-3 days they're already at end game. And I'm just like, dude, calm down. Like, I've put almost over 30 hours on this game, but even I'm not at the end. I'm taking my time and doing everything. But damn, these people, dude, Jesus Christ, dude. It's almost like they're chasing that clout about, being number one on the server. Dude, like, just play the fucking game and enjoy it,
Can I help you?
Like, I'm probably one of the few people that play at this pace, where I'm enjoying the game, doing everything, doing the side shit.
Come again.
But a lot of people, they just don't do that.
Hello there.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like showing off what I play. Don't get me wrong, I do.
What do you think?
I do enjoy that. You know, but yeah, it's a race to get to the end. People are so into that race to get to the end. And I'm just like, dude, it's not going anywhere, man. I just don't get it with some people, man. Just, jeez.
Would you take this one? Please be careful.
I don't want to, like, play it like that. I mean, I want to play it. Let me know. I want to play it rock. I do. I do want to play it. But I'm not. I want to get stronger. I want to enjoy the game, learn all the different things, do all the little things the game has to offer. You know, do everything. I want to do everything. But people are like, nope, it's all about getting to the grind and being end game. Some people get power levels and shit. I'm just like, oh my god. Not a race.
Sure taught them a lesson, obviously. Agreed.
People care about that so much.
Not bad. Thanks. You too. Direct hit.
Yeah, it just gets a bit much, you know?
They just keep coming! Or we'll show them who's boss! Everyone ready? Don't let him escape! Pretty that sort of leg! He can't cut it! I'll be dead!
Go, team. Tear them down. It's so good. Well done, everyone.
They wanna fight? They've got one! We'll make obedient pups of them! Oh, great! More work!
This one, it's all about status.
Show 'em your classic!
Okay. You've got some backbone after all. Yes, we were in harmony. You deserve the credit. Okay, sure. Who's a good ancient slave?
Well, it's
Your pack is an army. Aw, he's complimenting you.
Don't let him escape! They shall fall! Move it, Theon! Let's go! They shall fall! Is everyone ready? Get them!
Fine. Stay alert, everyone.
Just who do you think I am?
I must find my center of focus.
Pass away. Now it's go time. Let's go. Magical girls unite. We're too cute to boot. Take that. Last push. Make sure you get them all.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like I said, just don't chase trends, you know? Play games because you want to play. You know what I'm excited about? Like, there are some mainstream games I am excited about. Like, Reboot looks amazing. You know, I'm not going to deny it. I do want to play it. You know, but I'm not going to kill myself to be the first one to beat it, you know? I'll be getting my copy.
That's everything. You were awesome out there.
But I'm not in a race to be like, oh, I gotta be the first person in the server or whatever to beat the game. I have a job.
You hungry for more?
I'm used to playing games, so I don't really play with people very much. I'm kind of a lone shark. Especially with competitive games, I don't like games like this. I don't want to be competitive against other people. Because to me, it's just like, they spoil it for me, right? It's just like, they kind of like, it's like sour milk, you know? Because they'll make you not like the game. Because it's just like, man, you're going to be like that. That's what I told my friend about. I was worried about playing this game online because I don't know how cancerous people are. Like how many people are just douchebags on this game.
Hello there.
Because
Here it is.
people are gonna basically judge you because you're not doing top DPS. Like, oh, like how come you're not doing this much it's like reminds me of MMO shit. I'm just like, like, go fuck yourself, dude. That's the way I see it when I see that crap. I'm just like, dude, get away from me.
Have a nice day.
It's cringy, It's like, I don't want to deal with this shit.
Come to view the requests?
Some chapters. There we go. Yeah. Older games, just the pacing. The problem with older games is just pacing is bad.
As we made our way back to town, Lev still seemed anxious.
That's what I don't like
Start
about a lot of
freaking
older
out
games. Just the pacing.
First, you
is
need to
really
apologize to your
slow.
parents. Then you can tell them everything you told me.
Well, how am I supposed to say it, though?
Talk about helpless. Lucky for him, he had a grown-up lady around to nudge him in the right direction. How about I teach you that special magic I showed you earlier?
But that wasn't real magic, right? It was just some cheap trick.
Rude. It was good enough to make you stop blubbering, wasn't it? Come on, let me see your hand. The trick I showed him could be used without any special training. It was the magic designed to bring smiles that my master had taught me. Lev watched me closely, then tried his best to copy what I did. He practiced over and
What's
over
up,
and
Dehan?
over.
How you doing? GranBlue Fantasy No, I heard they got rid of that mode.
After
All the
walking through
grindy
the
shit's
forest
gone
for a
in that
while,
game. They got
we
rid of
heard
it
the
in
voices of
Rising.
Lev's parents and the other villagers.
So the RPG aspect got really butchered in that game, I heard.
Lev? Answer
So
if
it's
you can
really
hear me.
streamlined now. So kind of sucks in a way, but they said it was the original one was too grindy.
Where are you, Lev?
Mom! Dad!
As soon as Lev heard his parents' voices, he broke into a run. At that moment, the villagers' shouts echoed through the nearby woods.
I stopped playing it though. I don't play versus anymore.
Look out!
I got tired of it.
An enormous figure was approaching,
Like I said,
knocking
I
down
should have
trees
just stuck
as
to
it
the free
lumbered
version
toward
and
us.
just.
It
I think
couldn't
I would have
be
been a smarter
a
move.
goblin. It all happened so quickly. The goblin lunged to attack Lev's parents.
You're gonna have to go through us first.
Huh? Lev was speechless. It seemed as if the entire town of Folka had stepped up to protect his parents from the monster. What I did next was purely out of instinct. Freeze! A block of ice appeared out of thin air, slamming into the goblin's head. The spell had done its job. I'd gotten the goblin's attention. I finally made a breakthrough with Lev. I wasn't gonna let monster breath over here ruin their happy reunion. Bring it on! I've got a spell with your name on it.
I wish there was something we could do to help her.
I'll try mixing up a potion. That should do the trick.
Take that! Lightning! One more! Huh? I'll show you!
She needs medicine, quick!
Too hot to handle. Is the air crackling?
It'll take more than that to scare me.
Yeah, you got this! Take that! Gravity well!
Come on, you can do it!
Here we go!
This guy's nothing special. Just gotta keep it up.
Incredible. I think she might actually do this.
Here, yo! I whipped up a potion for you!
Thanks! You're a lifesaver.
Mine together! Take this! This'll hurt! Take this!
If we're not careful, it could smash us to bits.
Here's another potion with your name on it!
Thanks, love. Just what I needed.
It's over! Take that!
There's more where that came from!
Never give up!
My parents put their lives on the line for the sake of vaults, so I can't back down either. I'll use the magic mastered sockets button to make everyone smile. Not quite.
Another revival potion coming up!
Mine together! Watch it!
believe it. She took it down all by herself.
Impressed yet?
But you can't do. Like, yeah,
First you
it's the
saved
toughest stuff in
Tempio,
the
and
game
now us.
alone.
Thank you, Skyfarer.
How well you do.
The people
See
of
if you can
Volca were
hang,
all
because you only have so many
including
healing
Lev's
items and
parents.
so many abilities that you can use.
After thanking me,
And it's all
Lev
on
turned to
you.
the villagers, shuffling his feet
It's a good way to
nervously.
test like how well you know the mechanics.
I'm really sorry,
I think
everybody.
I take more fun in
Thanks
that.
for
and teaming
protecting
up
my
with other
mom and
people.
dad.
Come now, there's no need for that. We're the
I
ones
think once I
who
get
must
to
be
a
thanking
certain
your
strength, I'll
folks.
start
They've done so
soloing
much
and
for us.
seeing how far
Sorry for everything we've put your family
seeing
through.
it as possible.
Lev and I shared a glance before he turned to his parents, finally telling them everything he'd been bottling up
And I
inside.
barely played Fio, so I don't use her much.
His parents and the people of Volca listened intently,
Not a good
nodding
mate
every
there.
so
I'll
often
say
at his
that
words.
much. She is not good with the way.
You only ever had everyone's best intentions at
We're
heart,
starting
didn't
to
you?
recast.
We're so sorry for making you worry.
Recast timers are bad.
I chalked it all up to selfishness and immaturity, but
So she
Should've
use her
heard you out.
abilities more often.
I hope you can forgive your old
That's
man.
really where all her damage is.
I was just glad everything had turned out all right in the end.
Ew! We're here to help!
Sorry, we were clear on the other side of the woods.
I do
What
enjoy
happened to that
fighting
giant
things
monster?
at a lower scale, like not having a whole party
What
to
the
fight
heck?
things. I think
You're the one who said
problem
heroes
with parties
always
is
arrive
like
just in
you
the
get
nick of
really
time.
you get
What kind
carried.
of
I don't
hero
want to get
arrives
carried.
after the fight's already over?
Well, like everybody needs to be
What
on
does
our
that
A
matter
game,
right
not
now?
just
Here,
oh look,
let me take a look at
you
you.
know,
You're not hurt or
this
anything,
person
are
can carry you. You really don't matter much to the team. I don't like that. I
You
hate
have
being
no
carried.
idea how much I wanted to tease Rackham for losing his cool. But I held it in. It's really nice knowing
I
that
really
people
don't
who
think
care.
anything in this game really. I think everything in this game can be done completely solo. Like, you really do not need to fight with people. I really don't think so. It's like, I don't think the monsters, I don't know if they get any new abilities or get faster. I think it's the higher difficulty. They just know their HP and damage is insane at the higher levels. I'm wondering if, you know, if there's any other factors that change it extreme difficulty.
What do you think? Have a nice day. Hello there.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know, I know a lot of people, they stress on the multiplayer. Like, it's like, almost, I don't know if it's like,
The
is
day
it
had
you
arrived
can't,
for Lev to
is it
show
like
his
people
parents
just
the
saying, like,
magic
oh,
trick
you
he
can't
learned
be
from
a
me.
dude if you don't do multiplayer. It's like, maybe not, okay, multiplayer you'll do it quicker.
Was
That
I
I
going
will
to be
show.
able to
I
pull it
will
off?
say, it is quicker multiplayer.
I had to see for myself, so I followed them to a restaurant in town and sat at a nearby table.
See, I like
Somehow
leveling
just
my own
watching was enough
characters
to
and getting
make me
stronger,
nervous,
unless
too.
it's my friends. My friends, that's different. Then I'll play with my friends. With like complete strangers, it's like,
I want to show you something.
I'd rather play with my own party members and get them stronger all together. Like I'm
Come on,
leveling
you
a
can do
team,
this. It's
as a
all
unit.
about sleight of hand, remember?
not just oh, it's just the one character.
Lev
I'm
showed
actually
his parents the
leveling
palm
all
of his
4 of
empty
these
hand
units
and covered it with a
together as
handkerchief.
one.
Then
I
he
could have
moved
leveled
the
my main
crowd
character
just
100
like I
already,
taught
but
him.
I just haven't done it. And I've been holding myself back.
But when he opened his hand, there was nothing there. I thought he must have made a mistake, but it turned out I was wrong.
I learned this trick so I could make others smile. You're actually supposed to have a present in your hand when you open it, but I couldn't think of what to give you.
Unable to hold in the tears any longer, Lev started to cry.
You both have done so much for me. I just couldn't find anything good enough.
He wiped away his tears with the back of his hand, his voice quavering slightly as he fought to get the words out.
I'm really sorry for running off and scaring you guys. But I was worried, because you're always so busy. It hurt when you wouldn't listen to me, and I've been so lonely. Tried not to let it get to me, but it just ended up being too much.
We're sorry too, Lev. But don't worry. Soon we won't be as swamped anymore. There's supposed to be a big group moving to Folka from Seed Hollow soon. I hear at least one of them's a doctor.
Once things have settled down, we'll all spend some quality time together. I'd love to go shopping in Seed Hollow as a family. That sort of thing. You'd like that too, right, dear?
Of course. As long as we decide on a budget beforehand.
Way to go, Lev! Seeing them all smiling together like that reminded me of Master Sokka for some reason. Once we're back in Fanta Grande, I think I'll pay a visit to Vaults and tell him all about this little adventure.
Still want to find all the stuff in the story too, like all the treasures and stuff. I still want to do.
Sometime later, a brand
Oh,
new
the damn
clinic was built in
crabs.
Folka.
I want to finish that damn crab quest.
Apparently, the people of Tempule and Folka had chipped in to pay for it. A doctor really did move in from Seed Hollow, too. So Lev's parents were finally able to make more time for their son.
I'm gonna be a great doctor one day. I'll work super hard so I can give you a real present. Just you wait and see.
With an attitude like that, I have no doubt he'll make an amazing doctor. And besides, now he has my patented magic trick to put smiles on everyone's faces. When I peeked inside the clinic on one of our days off, I saw Lev chatting happily with the people of Folka. I'm sure this town will keep prospering even after we leave. The people here are tough. They'll overcome any hardship that comes their way. And that's what I believe anyway. After seeing the smile on Lev's face, how could I think otherwise?
Just going through all the characters in my party.
The bustling streets and alleyways of Seed Hollow were steeped in an unusual silence. Rumors of the phantom sightings had spread, and the citizens became too fearful to leave their homes. We were still missing a part of the picture, but what was it?
I'm sure it was just someone's minds playing tricks on them.
Poor Lyria. I needed to wrap up this investigation as quickly as possible. However, despite our comprehensive search of the castle, nothing stood out as unordinary. We'll have to come back another day. Just then, I noticed a faint movement in the corner of my eye. Wait, it couldn't be.
Huh? What are these guys doing here? We already took care of Angraminu.
Ominous forms. Foul creatures born from the primal beast Angraminu. Surely they weren't the cause of the sightings, were they? I had my doubts, but this was no time for questions. The castle was in dire need of some pruning.
Good shit.
Such hostility. It seems we've no choice but to fight.
Are you sure these are the ghosts we're looking for? Something about this place gives me the willies.
We'll uncover the truth soon, so hang in there, okay? This place will need more than a restoration if we don't do something about this.
They still have left us! Stay sharp, guys!
Roses, come to my aid! Looks like it's clear for now. Shall we?
Did you see
Goodbye.
that?
Interesting. He supposedly disappears if you attempt to get close. But perhaps that wasn't the entire truth. Full bloom! Our job's not finished yet. Shall we? They've infested the entire courtyard. Who's ready for a pruning? Even the sweetest rose.
Doctor in.
Spread your blood. Did you miss me? Fighting up close won't do us good here.
Sounds to me like it's time for a ranged battle. That's right up your alley, isn't it?
Come what might. Come, Crimson Thorns! Am I alluring?
They hunt from underground. You can't lose track of them.
More? There's such a thing as being too popular, you know? Quite a tenacious bunch, aren't they? Question is, where are they coming from?
There's still more of them? Get a clue already!
Do forgive me. Full bloom! That should be the last of them.
And stay out!
What do you think? Wait a second. What is that? What's this? A crystal fragment. I took a closer look. Within its faded luster was a familiar green aura. But where had I seen it before?
Hold up a second. Doesn't
Let's see
that
what makes
remind
you
you of
understand
those hallowed ground
play
spots?
certain games because they just want to be, you know, play because it's popular, be inclusive of everybody else.
Vern was right.
Actually play it
Its
because I
glow
actually
was
like
nearly
it.
identical to the crystals found on hallowed ground.
Makes you wonder sometimes.
Their unique aura kept monsters at bay, providing travelers with safe haven. Did this shard come from one?
It's faint, but Excavalian's aura. I can feel it coming from inside.
That couldn't be. I focused on the crystal splinter in hand, and indeed, there was the presence of a familiar primal. Excavalian was the primal beast of Dolly Island, much farther than a stone's throw from here. So why were we able to feel its presence all the way in Seed Hollow?
It's not the only one. I think I can feel another primal beast here too.
Another primal? How could that be possible? A phantom girl, Excavalian, ominous forms, and now another primal beast. None of it made any sense. As we unraveled more of the castle's secrets, it became clear that we had barely scratched the surface of its walls.
Simple slot system.
Yes, can I help you?
Valuable. It's very, very valuable. Extra slot is really good. Makes you a lot stronger.
We were back at square one. In hopes of finding some new leads, we split up and interviewed every Seed Hollow local we could find. Despite our efforts, we found little new information. Zothba and his connections, on the other hand, proved invaluable once more as they unearthed a new clue. The girl wore a crown of flowers. I froze in place. I knew this primal. In fact, I learned of her on my first visit to Zega Grande. Konohana Sakuya, was it? Yes. An ethereal girl bearing a floral crown? It had to be her. Her presence would explain why Lyria sensed a primal beast in addition to Excavalion. She was pact-bound to Ulmarine Island, and she held domain over blossoming flowers. The unusually vibrant bouquets blooming across Seed Hollow just added more proof of her proximity. With the culprit identified, only one problem remained. Me. After what Sakuya and I went through, I doubt she would ever show herself around me again. Before I could share this revelation, there was something else I needed to discuss with the crew. Not about Konohana Sakuya, but my time spent with the captain's father. His crew was on a journey to collect Astrum fragments. These fragments were said to have fallen straight from the astral realm and contained the power of the primal beasts themselves. Using the fragments, the captain's father could separate astral power embedded within primal beasts and return them to their original forms. That was the purpose of his journey. His was a mission of liberation, to free so-called deities and legends who were tethered to the sky realm. Once free from the shackles of their corporeal forms, they could fade back into the nebulous ideas and faiths that had given them structure in the first place. Of course, it would be up to the primal beasts themselves to make this decision. Some had grown quite fond of living in the sky realm. However, there were countless others who were born into the skies, cursed to fight for eternity. These were the ones who longed for a return to the immaterial. At the lowest point in my existence, when I felt I had no purpose in these skies, I'm sure I felt the same. Regardless, some were quick to brand us a ruthless crew of primal hunters. And surely Konohana Sakuya had heard the rumors. But the question remained, why had she decided to reveal herself to me now? Unfortunately, simply knowing the identity of the girl would not solve the problem of her many phantom appearances.
So, is this, Kahuna Yakuza? You think she's the one causing the monsters to come out?
Unlikely. I've never met her in person, but I don't think she and the ominous forms are connected in the slightest.
Yo, got some new intel on the girl. You're still, working the case, right?
The family Zafba had been continuing to search for clues in the background, and thankfully, their search bore fruit. In one of the areas where the ghostly girl was sighted, a bystander had found an ancient book.
Broke my brain trying to read the dumb thing, but you're smart and pretty smart and, well, yeah.
Oh, poor boy couldn't even get his words straight. Thank you. You're quite the gentleman.
No, I'm not. I'm a badass. Anyway, I should get going.
He had barely placed the book in my hands before scurrying off. What had gotten into him, I wonder? I opened the book and peered through the rune-like characters inside. No normal person would be able to decipher this.
Oh, that looks really complicated. Really? Let me see.
When Vern approached the book, Roland's transceiver began to glow. It illuminated the text, somehow morphing the illegible script into something readable. My breath caught in my chest. Had an astral authored this book? The text seemed to be a log from an experiment of sorts. Although it was barely legible, I tried to grasp its meaning. Originally, it was Excavalion, primal beast of fortification, who forged a pact with Almarine Island. Although it's unclear why, Excavalion would eventually migrate to Dali, leaving Konohana Sakuya to take its place on Almarine. That was all I could make out of the texts. With this new information, I needed to re-examine the facts. First, the stage. Almarine Island, home to Seed Hollow and its citizens, once protected by Excavalion. Next, a curious switch. Konohana Sakuya takes its place as the island's pact-bound primal. Now, our present mysteries. A crystal shard replete with Excavalin's aura. On Graminu's altar beneath the castle, the ominous forms. And finally, Konohana Sakuya's curious reappearance. Think, Rosetta. Was the shard left behind by Excavalion? Did it serve a purpose in protecting the island? It was possible that Avia's invasion of Seed Hollow destroyed this mechanism, causing the Primal to reveal herself in defense.
Now that I think about it, the ghost rumors started to pop up only after that crystal beneath the castle was destroyed.
So, it was all connected. There's no time to explain, but more ominous forms will appear if we don't repair this island's defense system. Where could we find another fortifying crystal?
How about Dolly? That's where Excavalion lives now, right? Maybe it's got a bear lying around.
Indeed. If we were to find a solution to our problems, it would be buried beneath those churning sands. If I'm not mistaken, we should come across a guardian crystal not too far from here. Let's take a look around those hills. Do you remember where we fought that griffin?
I don't think we're in the right place. Let's try to hit up that hilly area.
Oh, oops. Didn't mean to wake you. Mind letting us pass through?
No one saw
What? Even the sweetest rose. Am I alone? Not quite the crystal we're looking for. Wild monster's den. I'd like to avoid needless bloodshed if possible.
Got it! Let's roll! Fire!
You want more, don't you?
That ain't it. medallion. It's faint, but I can feel
Did
it.
we find it?
Ah! A cobra! It must have been waiting to strike!
It seems words won't work here. Get ready, everyone. Thank you. Careful. Don't let it strike you with venom.
Unfurl your blossom.
Bury them.
Right behind you. Ow! You got some backbone.
Now then, where were we?
Wow, we did it! Let's take this crystal back to Seed Hollow.
Shortly after securing a crystal from Dolly, we returned to Seed Hollow Castle. We installed the new crystal beneath the castle, causing a pale green light to illuminate the area. It was the familiar aura of hallowed ground, sure to repel any lingering ominous forms.
It's too bad we couldn't meet her. Konohana Sakuya.
The mystery had been solved on nearly all fronts. I'd be lying if I said I was completely satisfied, however. After all was said and done, I still didn't get the opportunity to clear the air with her.
Yeah?
Yes, can I help you?
If your save file gets corrupted, it creates another backup on top. Which I thought that's really good. So, don't have to worry about corrupt files anymore. So I was like, yeah, that's a problem in a game like this. You do not want your file getting corrupted. So basically, you have two save files now. So when it's
Peace
saved, it
returned
makes
to
an
Seed
additional
Hollow,
backup.
and it was soon back to the usual hustle
So
and
if
bustle.
the main backup fails, you have the other backup. So the odds of it failing
I
are
informed the frightened repairman of the girl's true identity, the primeval god of Seed
But
Hollow.
I'm glad that they fixed that. I think that was necessary to have that. You should always have, for games like this, you should always have double backup.
A primeval god? Holy macaronis! That's the
God
spicy
forbid
bit
having
of
to do
news.
this whole thing.
How do you
Must be
manage
such a
to stay
chore.
so charming and informed?
A lady never reveals her secrets.
It's a little sad that you couldn't meet Konohana Sakuya. I know you wanted to apologize to her.
I knew, somewhere deep down, that talking with her wouldn't bring back all the journeys I had with the captain's father. However, seeing all the blooming flowers across the city, it almost felt as if she was acknowledging me anyway. I may well have imagined it, but call it something of a mutual understanding between distant sisters. After the vibrant patchwork of spring began to spread throughout Seed Hollow, I made a habit of taking a daily stroll around the city. On one of my walks, I had mindlessly put the crystal fragment in my dress. After arriving at a particularly sunny spot, I took it out to admire it. Something about it was different today. Instead of my usual reflection, if not only for a brief second, I saw a smile that wasn't my own. A girl in a flower crown. Our eyes met for a second before, pop! A single rose had materialized at my feet. When I looked back into the fragment, she was nowhere to be seen. Although I can't prove it, I know that she was here, listening to me. So I whispered, This city has blossomed under your care, all while blooming in your own right. You deserve to be here.
We go back. Baby again. Well done. Let's see. Oh yeah, we gotta get that closer to that.
I come from a long lineage of proud warriors. We had a great number of visitors at our dojo, many of them masters of their respective disciplines. At some point, I picked up a blade of my own and began to mimic their movements. Back then, I enjoyed the training for what it was, valuing the journey
Each one takes
over the
about
destination.
3 minutes. There's 10 of them.
That is, until I met him, the supreme swordsmaster of the Eternals, Eata, once known as the demon Zomba. With a single glance, he identified all of my weaknesses. Then, with a few words, he taught me to overcome them. His strength was beyond captivating. I even eavesdropped on a conversation between him and my father, and discovered we were distant relatives. I was elated. For some time, he continued to train at our family dojo. I took every opportunity I could to learn from him, following him wherever he went. I ate whenever he ate. I committed all his mannerisms to memory. However, with the exception of our first encounter, he never acknowledged me. After all, he yearned for nothing more than strength. Why pay heed to a weakling, such as myself? So I vowed to become stronger. I would soar so high, he'd have to see me. I dedicated myself to training, begrudging even a single moment of respite. The blade was everything to me. And eventually, there was no disciple at the dojo who could come close to rivaling my skill. That was around when he vanished. In the blink of an eye, he was out of my life. He spoke not another word to me, nor called me by name. I was meditating in the forest one day when a group of travelers approached me. I didn't know them, but they were the captain and the crew of the Grand Cipher, and my future. Initially, I thought they were lost and had come to ask for directions. I was only half correct. They were seeking guidance, but not out of the woods. They wanted to learn martial arts from me. I shook my head. I was no master, only a chrysalis struggling to break free of my own shell. I believed the captain was mocking me, but that wasn't the case. I looked into the captain's eyes and found truth, alongside a burning desire for strength. It felt as if I was in his presence again. I found myself drawn to the captain. That's why I decided to join the crew of the Grand Cipher on their journey across the skies. I was convinced that this was the only path that could reunite me with Zomba. One day, I encountered an adorable Harvan girl at a local market. I'd already finished my shopping, so I decided to accompany her to a nearby cafe for tea and conversation. Upon parting, I asked for her name. She proudly introduced herself as Thief, one of the 10 Eternals. I had heard that Zomba once cared for a child of the same name. A jealousy brewed within me that I hadn't felt before. Zomba had taken notice of her, Yet he never once acknowledged me during our time together. My inner peace had been shattered. I retreated to the mountains and started my training anew. But the more I tried to find direction, the more I realized how lost I truly was. It was Lyria and the captain who brought me back. They appreciated me for who I was. Nothing more, nothing less. Perhaps I too could learn to love the living, breathing me, and not a ghost of the future. That thought filled me with so much contentment. I was ready to give up on chasing Zomba. But the universe works in strange ways. As soon as I was about to let go, Fief helped bring me and Zomba together again. It was then I finally put into words how I felt. I spoke about how I wanted him to acknowledge me, to call my name. He listened quietly, and for what I felt was the first time, truly saw me. But I had yet to see and love myself. As part of my quest for self-discovery, I crossed blades with Zomba. No, Eata. We fought for days. He no longer believed I was a weakling. After our battle, we visited the tea shop, and it was there that he first addressed me by name. Never had tea and cake tasted so sweet to me. Now, with nothing holding me back, I am free to soar toward ever greater heights with my beloved companions on the Grand Cipher. One day, I had failed that day at the Hail Wind Altar. I had spent years training and sharpening my skills, devoted my entire life to the pursuit of strength. But in that moment, it all amounted to nothing. Our experiences in Zego Grande had planted a seed of doubt in my mind. Over time, it grew, dense and wild as a jungle, choking me with a sense of helplessness like I'd never felt before. I wasn't able to protect Lyria or the captain. I had found my identity as a big sister, as a guardian, but now that I'd failed, who was I thought about resuming my training, but I couldn't afford to isolate myself like that. What if something were to happen while I was away? Then, the solution came to me. Whenever the captain was about to take on a dangerous mission, I would complete it first. That way, I could train myself and protect the crew in one fell swoop. I was too blind to see that despair had clipped my wings and chained me once again to the past. Are there any particularly dangerous missions available? Sierra Carte, with her usual cheery disposition, set a list of options before me.
Sure are. We've got a few jobs here that only a crew of your caliber could handle. In fact...
She paused and looked at me with a quizzical expression.
You know, I can't even remember the last time I saw you here by your lonesome. Don't you usually do things as a crew?
I told her I intended to undertake these missions alone, as part of my training.
I gotcha. The grind never ends for you, huh? Just don't push yourself too hard, you hear?
I nodded, only half acknowledging Sierra's words. After deciding upon a venture, I chartered a small carrier vessel which would take me to a nearby island. As the ship was tossed about the turbulent winds, I closed my eyes and looked for peace within. This is for their sake, as well as mine. According to Zero, the threat should be somewhere around here. Letter. I sense great evil. Just a little farther. Shall we test which is stronger? Your shield or my blade? Once more. Light, stay vigilant! I can see how this battle will end. It ends with your death! Worthless. But it's not over yet. I will not rest while evil runs free. Dawnfly stands. Do you not have anything more dangerous? I made quick work of the mission and returned at once to Sierra. She seemed taken aback when I demanded more work, but I was determined. If someone had to risk their life, better me than the captain. The crew didn't have to know. They would be kept free from worry and danger, while I grew stronger. I was so absorbed in my thoughts, I'd failed to notice how Sierra's eyes grew ever more clouded with worry.
Yeah?
All right.
Your stomach growling?
Yes, can I help you?
I continued to take one treacherous job after another. If you want someone safe, then keep them from entering the tiger's den. It's as simple as that.
Are you really sure you're up for another one, Nermaya?
Sierra worried for me, but there was no turning back now. My labor had bore fruit. The rest of the crew was beginning to look healthier, better rested. They returned earlier from missions, bearing fewer injuries. I appreciate the concern, Sierra, but the path to strength is long and narrow, and I must continue down this path, for all of their sakes. I was fixated on protecting my loved ones. They were all I could see. If they were safe, then nothing else mattered. That thought alone was enough to steel my resolution. On days without work, I would meditate on the deck of the Grand Cipher. One day, the voice of Vern broke through my meditations.
I don't know. She looks pretty wound up. Wouldn't she usually have dozed off by now? I'm telling ya, something's going on.
He was livelier than ever. Perfect.
You shouldn't push yourself too hard, Narmaya.
And sweet, tender Lyria. Yes, this was how things should be. I cracked open my eyes and stole a hopeful glance at the captain. But on that kind face, I could read only worry and distress. I wanted nothing more than to comfort my darling. No, I was acting for their sakes. I had already come so far. If I could just hold to my path a little longer, make the skies a little safer, then I could go back to being their big sister. I needed more strength. I needed to be worthy of this family. The crew of the Grand Cipher was powerful, But in the end, we were only small people in a vast sky, filled with endless dangers. If I didn't get stronger, one day that sky would engulf us. I had to protect them. I could protect them. All I was lacking was time. I couldn't believe it. I rushed back to Zero after every mission, but that day the captain had dropped by without my knowledge and taken up a request, a particularly treacherous one. It was careless to think that Zero would reserve every single dangerous job for me.
The Grand Cipher crew's more than capable of handling it.
Couldn't she see? The universe worked in dark and mysterious ways. Their lives were always in danger. If I allowed monsters to wander free through the skies, their rot would continue to seep until I, just one lonely figure, could no longer hold back the tide. I had to hunt them all down. There was not a moment to lose. I had to cut down the root of evil, so it could never spread again. I would not kill out of malice, nor did I seek meaningless violence. But when weighing the lives of my loved ones against the lives of these beasts, the answer was clear. As long as their threat persisted across the skies, the crew would never truly be safe. And so I would wield my blade to protect the crew and the helpless. For the captain, I would become the harbinger of death. Everything is for the captain. My captain. My dearest captain. I would kill, and kill, and kill, and kill. Every last threat.
Job now. Kill. Like, do you hear yourself?
I couldn't believe...
You sound crazy, lady. Yeah, the crazy lady talking. It's the crazy lady.
I found the largest known monster's den in this skydom, and began my hunt. Die. For the sake of the skies, and my captain. My blade cut through flesh and bone. Again, again, again and again. And soon, time lost all meaning. How long was I there? Perhaps 3, or even 4 days. My grip went numb, my vision blurred, my body grew heavy. But I couldn't stop. Not here. With these hands, I would deliver my loved ones. Even if it meant steeping them in blood. Next is 979. I must stay strong. For the captain. I must destroy every threat. The final song. Like the dawn, life is a dance. They must all be eliminated. Have a method! There is but time. Come what may. Again. Even in death, my sword and I are one. Out of my sight. Death's free flesh is to fear home. This is not my destiny. Free flutters.
Okay, I can't kill him. Is this the hint?
To see me is to see death. Not yet. Float. 999. There's more above me. I can feel it. Here. Like the dawn. Life is a dance. You have breathed your last. Once more. your life, even if it costs me mine! Swift as thought, certain as death! I must protect the captain. You're finished. Dance of the Pink Hoop. You're right. I've been lost to anger. Again. I finally did it. Wait. Is more of that impossible? My body had reached its limit. I had managed to fend off countless hordes of monsters, but more kept creeping from the shadows. I summoned the last of my strength for one final swing. Then my sword clattered to the ground. Darkness. Monsters began to close in, claws drawn, ready to kill. I closed my eyes, waiting for it all to end. But before my mind could fade into darkness, I was roused by a brilliant flash. Captain?
Let's get you out of here! Quickly! You had us worried, you know?
Vern, Lyria too? The captain took my hand, but I couldn't leave yet. I had to finish the job.
Narmaya, I'm so sorry we didn't notice what you were going through sooner.
My heart plunged. I should have been the one apologizing. I was the one who failed. Gently, I tried to withdraw my fingers from the captain's.
We heard it all from Sierra. Can't believe she's been giving you all the hard jobs. You were doing it to protect us, right?
I parted my lips. They needed to understand that it wasn't Sierra's fault, that I brought this all on myself. But my arid throat could not push out a voice. After a moment of silence, the captain pressed down on my hand.
Narmaya, I want to protect those closest to me, same as you. So if something's on your mind, don't keep it to yourself. We're here for you.
And just like that, I was overcome with the emotions I had tried so hard to suppress. How could I have been so blind? Not a single one of us could protect the crew. But that's okay, because all of us could protect each other. The whole is greater than its parts. The captain's grip was firm and led me blinking into the sunlight. There, I saw worry etched into the faces of the crew. I realized that, by putting myself in harm's way, I hurt those who cared for me. Those who loved me, those I wanted to spend my days with, now and forever. But the course I had been following could only lead to isolation. The captain still hadn't let go of my hand, though the grip of those calloused fingers was firm. I felt a gentle kindness in their warmth.
Yes, can I help you?
Captain, are you hungry? I'd be more than happy to feed you. Or maybe you'd like a nap. I always thought I had to be strong for my loved ones, never truly realizing they were my strength. We supported each other. We lessened the burden of sorrow and shared the light of joy. Lyria, you've got a bit of cream on your cheek. Here, let me wipe it off for you.
Oh, thank you, Narmaya.
Nah.
I'm glad Butterfly grows back to normal. But is it just me, or is she laying it on even thicker than usual?
Oh.
Vern was adorable, trying to play the part of the tough dragon. However, as I took him into my arms, I thought, he shouldn't have to put on an act around me. After all, we're family, aren't we?
She had to look at mom.
On a bright, quiet day, I had a sparring match with the captain. I once locked myself away from the world in the pursuit of strength, training in solitude. But I've since found that I train best with those I love around me, to lend me a guiding hand or an encouraging voice. The captain held nothing back during our session. It seems I'm not the only one who has grown stronger. Our blades rang bright and clear, and the captain's smile is a clear reminder of how far I'd come. After training was over, we stood for a while longer on the deck of the Grand Cipher, feeling the breeze. Above us, the azure sky was spread as far as the eye could see, its splendor too much to take in all at once. I felt as if I would be consumed by the sky itself, and grasped the captain's hand. In that moment of peace, I swore that I would keep learning and growing. Not alone, but together with those I love.
I opened my eyes and found the most entrancing face staring back at me. Clear skin, dewy eyes, and mischievous smile, all framed by soft golden locks. Involuntarily, my hand crept toward her cheek for a caress. But when flesh met mirror, I finally woke up and realized.
Yes. Good morning, me. Must still be hazy from exchanging bodies yesterday. Lacing my fingers together, I reached my arms up for a test stretch. Stiff. Not one to be bested by a vessel of my own design, I brought my palms together and began twisting. Take that, you stupid spine, I thought. You will rue the day you defied me. Just how many backbones and digits and faces had I conjured? I'd lived long enough to know it was foolish to try and keep track.
Cagliostro, did you hear? We're going to visit a new skydom!
Lyria's voice echoed from behind the door, snapping me back to the present.
Sounds fun! I'll be out in a jiffy!
My voice was a weaponized rainbow, strategically pitched to invoke thoughts of hugs and sunshine. As the cutest girl in all the skies, no other tone would live up to my utter perfection. You see, it's a common myth that cuteness is in the eye of the beholder. But actually, as I have witnessed through my research, it is a fundamental law of reality. I quickly brushed my disheveled hair, minus one lock, as per the theory of adorable bedhead optimization, and went to the door. The crew would need me at my cutest if they were to survive an untrodden skydom. About 2,000 years ago, before the war, I was a wretched, sickly little thing. We lived in a village with no doctor, so all I could do was wait for the release of death. I still remember the defeated look on my sister's face as she attended my bedside. I couldn't blame her. Not when she was surrounded by the other villagers and their whispers. None of them thought I was long for this world. But back in those days, the sky was full of children who would never live past adolescence. So my life was tragic, but common. With the exception, of course, of one detail. My intellect. I had been working on a theory of reality, one that would let me rewrite the laws of existence. I dubbed it alchemy. I was too weak to leave the house, but my sister would fetch me the necessary reagents for my experiments. At first, each failure was more spectacular than the last. Creating a fully functional body from nothing but dirt and speculation was complicated. Instead, I focused on creating an ageless vessel capable of housing a soul. Hypothesis, test, fail. Hypothesis, test, fail. My pile of discarded monstrosities grew with each unsuccessful trial. But finally, I succeeded in producing a small life form, no bigger than your average roach. Sure, a misplaced footstep would have killed the damn thing, but it was life nonetheless. And it was proof that I could achieve mastery over my own mortality. Now that I had more data, all it took was a few more months of testing, and voila! I had synthesized a flesh bag for myself. My soul was finally free to occupy a worthy form. Now, repeat this process a few thousand times, and my reputation spread throughout the skies, garnering love and admiration from the masses. Alchemy was at its apex, and death had been conquered for all. Yeah, right. More followers meant more opportunity for betrayal. Eventually, a faction of alchemists turned my own bloodline against me, and they managed to seal me away for centuries. Assholes. These magic prison stories always end the same way. A few hundred years of slumber, and people grow complacent. A group of clueless travelers, aka the crew of the Grand Cipher, managed to stumble upon my inert form and, foolishly mistaking me for a primal beast or something, lifted the seal. Immediately, I wanted to eradicate them. No one could find out I had regained my freedom. I would not suffer entombment again, even if it meant I needed to transmogrify a few Skyfarers. But then, I laid eyes upon Lyria and her blue hair, and there it was, an entity that I could not identify. I, who had unveiled the very laws of reality, could not classify her existence. She was surely from a different plane. My interest was piqued, and for that, I spared the crew. What can I say? Curiosity killed the alchemist. With no particular agenda for my newfound liberty, I offered my services to these Skyfarers. They would give me unfettered access to the girl, and I would give them unrestricted access to my findings. And as a bonus, I might save their asses a few times along the way. Of course, the captain readily accepted. Though I admit, there was something about the gleam in the captain's eye that caught my attention. What was so special, you ask?
That's for Cagliostro to know and for you to find out.
On a typical humdrum day, I was browsing Sierra Carte's wares for a few chemical essentials. Impressive how the world had become a network of convenience. What were previously rare and unobtainable items were now collecting dust on a tradewoman's shelves. My eyes traced the rows of flasks and potions before they settled on a vial clutched by the man standing next to me. Oh, toxin. An excellent choice. Save for the fact that his confused and brooding expression revealed he didn't quite understand what he was holding. Who was this moron? Well, now that I was aware of the potential hazard, I couldn't leave well enough alone. Traveling with the crew had certainly rubbed off on me.
Excuse me, mister? That looks scary. What you gonna do with it?
He looked stunned. An appropriate reaction, given my stunning countenance.
What? This? It's pigment. Needed for painting supplies.
Oh, I didn't take you for a painter, mister.
Pigments were frequently composed of toxic earth metals. Perhaps I worried over nothing.
It's not for me. My little sister's the artistic one.
Huh? His entire mood shifted. Tense shoulders relaxing and lips curving into a soft grin. It was nothing like a few seconds ago, when he seemed to be studying the pigment like his life depended on it. Perhaps he was a few rupees short. No, mental calculus doesn't translate to confusion. His look was more concerned? No. I'd seen that exact expression before.
So what color picture will she paint? Cagliostro sure wants to see the final product. Aw, pretty please.
This is coming out of nowhere.
What the hell? Did I not give him the world's cutest plea? How dare he refuse me? He will suffer for...
But I guess it's okay. I actually have some free time now, if you're eager.
There. That was more like it. Lyria, the captain, and I followed the man to his studio, listening to him jabber about his life along the way. His name was Heimel, and he had been living alone with his sister, Shanae, ever since their parents died when they were younger. Their life was simple, he explained. But a simple life was a luxury for some.
Wait till you see! Shanae's paintings are breathtaking, and I'm not just saying that. The world needs her talent.
He was alight with passion. A stupid smile plastered across his face. True pride in his sister's craft. As for me, art was too abstract. How would one tame the subjective, bring order to chaos? There was too much I couldn't comprehend. But was it not aesthetics that led me to understand and codify the deep mysteries of cuteness? Yes. Perhaps there was something I could learn from a craft as humble as painting. And thus, with the future of alchemy on my dainty shoulders, I pushed open the door to the studio. We entered to find Shanae violently tossing in bed. Heimel rushed over, grabbing a phial of healing tincture from her bedside. Hand supporting her shaking head, he poured the concoction into her mouth. Immediately, her convulsions lessened, but her breathing was still labored. It became clear why he was so antsy back at Sierra's store. Toxic pigments could be dangerous in even the most steady of hands, and Well, I glanced down at Shanae's fingers trembling on her bedsheets. Pressing forward, I gave her a cursory examination. Normally, I don't afford peons the luxury of my intellectual evaluation, but I was feeling generous. These symptoms are grave.
Do you know what's the matter?
Lyria's voice quivered with worry. I do. I've seen this exact disease once upon a time. Heimel's eyes shot to me, propelled more by hope than surprise.
Truly? The local doctors have been useless. They just give her pain relievers and leave. Can you do something?
As much as I wanted to refuse, in that moment, Heimel's desperation reminded me too much of my own sister. I'm not a medical professional. Sure, I know a formula that might ease her symptoms, but it's not a permanent solution. Not to mention the biggest pain in the ass, tracking down all the components.
Please, you're all we've got.
Ugh, begging. Now, the deal was sealed. And it had nothing to do with Lyria, Vern, and Captain Goody Two-Shoes staring holes into the back of my head. Fine. The world's cutest genius alchemist Cagliostro is on the case. Consider yourself lucky. We left the studio and hurried back to the airship. In this skydome, I could think of only one environment that would produce the necessary reagents. Mount Nagelith. Perfect. The component should be somewhere around here.
We need reagents attuned to water. Let's sweep the area.
Roger that! Eyes wide open! You're a mean water spirit! Why don't you play nice?
The pond settles.
Let's roll!
Seems our sweep wasn't thorough enough. We better check any spots we might have missed.
Life is a dance.
Are those spirits protecting it? Either way, looks like we'll have to go through them. All we have to do is collect this stuff, right?
Yep. But we'll need more than that.
Ah! An ambush! Nope, nothing to see this way.
This one's suspiciously large. Let's smash it and see what it's hiding. We have enough mineral components. Next up, we'll need crystallized Psychoteers.
Psycha? Those flapping eyeball creatures? I think I saw some further up ahead. Sorry, Cagliostro's in a hurry.
There is but one path.
Bingo! Pardon our intrusion.
Shanae's counting on us. Let's do it!
Let's roll!
Here goes! Like pressure! That's all here. Can't rest on our laurels just yet.
We can handle that.
Oh no! Poor eye monster!
Oh, yes! Bring your tears to us!
Cagliostro agrees
You deserve the credit. Let's keep it up.
This should do it! This one! Cagliostro wins again! So, did we get the tears?
Of course we did. I even had time to distill them.
Too cute to handle. Too smart to beat.
We'll repay you someday.
The moment the potion reached Shanae's stomach, wariness melted from her frame. That medicine will only temporarily stop your symptoms. They'll be back if you don't treat the root of the problem.
Still, peace is priceless, no matter how brief.
Shanae was not the only one feeling more relaxed. With tensions eased, I decided it was time to explain Shanae's condition, Lycerian fever syndrome. It was an autoimmune disorder of the nervous system, caused by irregularities in the body's ley line structure. Common side effects included reduced function of the lower extremities and unrelenting fevers. Development occurred in the embryonic stage, a defense against the mother's own ley line system, interpreting the fetus as a foreign object. Of course, the prescribed painkillers and fever reducers had not been effective. They could not treat what was essentially a natural function of Shanae's body.
But the formula you made for us, it suppressed her symptoms, didn't it?
Sure, but suppression isn't treatment. And besides, there will be unfortunate side effects if she uses it over a long period of time. I'm just sorry I couldn't make you a true cure.
Please don't apologize. I feel like I've reclaimed a part of my life thanks to you.
Brave little thing. She had done nothing to earn her lot in life, but suffering claimed her all the same. Though the world was built upon fundamental truths, at times, I felt as if I understood nothing about it.
Come to view the requests?
It was a bright day when Vern, Lyria, the captain, and I went back to the studio. Shanae was staring out the window with a dazed smile. So the formula was still working. Good.
Crazy how you invited yourself to the studio to see my sister's paintings. And now you're her personal pharmacist. Serendipity's funny like that.
If you feel like repaying me, how about you finally cough up some art and show me around?
That's a fair price. Everything in the studio was painted by Shanae. Feel free to get close. Admire the details.
Previously, I had managed only a distracted glance at the studio's walls. But this time, I saw visual creativity exploding off them. I wasn't an expert on art, but even I felt the vibrant energy bounding from her drawings. Powerful, powerful pieces swirled around me like a hurricane. And one painting in particular, it was resonant. Sketches were littered about the floor, too. And even they were filled with vitality. How could such a feeble body muster such vivid work?
Oh yeah, about that pigment I bought when we met. Want to see it in action?
Taking the vial from a shelf, Heimel poured the pigment into a dish and mixed it with oil. A few swirls later, and the color had transformed in a way that was more chemistry than alchemy. Intriguing. Takes a specialty product to make that hue. Heimel smiled and handed the freshly prepared paint to Shanae, who was already mid-painting. A bead of sweat trailed down her brow as she swabbed the tint across her canvas.
I believe in Shanae's talent. Look at her. She's amazing. I just have to get the world to recognize it.
It's nice having a supportive sibling. I meant it.
I never know how to read your tone. But, well, her condition made me realize how precious our time together is.
Heimel, who clearly had never known abundance, smiled like the richest of merchants. Though Shanae had been left with a raw deal, it was clear her life wasn't without meaning. If only I could go back and tell my own sister, "You were my courage when I was weak. You were my light when I was in darkness. I have lived through eons, but you were my rock." I hoped these siblings, at least, would understand what they meant to one another. I even prayed a little. Which was dumb, considering this Skydom still thinks primal beasts are gods. Huh. Guess I'm getting sentimental in my old age. Lyria and Vern became a regular fixture at the studio. They said they wanted to be there when Shanae finished her latest piece. I felt much the same. Her pieces were charming, even while portraying the thin line between life and death. Rare to get drama like that outside of a novel. But my true reason for visiting was out of concern, not interest. She was battling an unpredictable disorder, so I wanted to be around should the worst come to pass.
Could you stick around for a few? I need to run out and buy a few things.
You dare waste my time with your foolish errands? Fine, but at least be quick about it. After Heimel left, Shanae waved me closer to her bed.
After all you've done, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but...
Her voice quivered. She was plainly troubled.
I don't know if I can say this. Wow. Okay, I want my brother to be free. I don't want to bind him any longer.
Tears began to gloss her eyes.
Without me holding him back, he could find someone and settle down. He has such a kind heart. He needs to share it. If I'm ruining his life, then I would rather not be in it at all. Please take...
I interrupted her. I don't condone this, and I doubt your brother would either. Oh boy. If there was ever a time to talk about my past, this was it. Look, I've been in your shoes. There was nothing the village doctors could do, and I was abandoned by damn near all the townsfolk. For the dying, hope was cheap. It was better to look inevitability in the face and maintain some of your dignity. But there was one person who stood beside me. My light. My rock. My sister. She was with me the entire time, keeping me warm in the shadow of death. And in turn, I gave her the comfort of company, not being alone in this world. I continued to detail memories of my sister, over 2,000 years old, hoping that Shanae would get the point. She hung on to every word. When I concluded my story, to my disappointment, Shanae seemed to pick up the wrong message.
How did you get better?
Simple. The curse of genius. I developed an entire school of magic and abandoned my wretched body. I couldn't suppress a proud grin. She nodded along, not quite understanding. I couldn't blame her. Few people had the opportunity to learn the glory of alchemy, especially in these far-flung skydoms. Imagine your body is a jar and your soul is water. I created a fresher, cuter jar and poured my soul into it.
You can do that sort of thing?
Shanae cupped her mouth in surprise. Don't insult me. There's nothing I can't do. She grew silent as gears began to whir in her head. A few moments later, she stared at me with pleading eyes and spoke.
Could you do it for me?
Well, that was predictable. But I could relate to her predicament, and that alone made me want to help. If you really want to go through with this, I can make you a jug too. However, you should know. It wasn't going to be simple. A soul swap was messy on an experienced alchemist's psyche, much less a mundane girl's. Nor would I be around to perform maintenance down the line. It could very well be a fast track to the grave. And to inhabit an alchemized body was to stray from the natural order. She would forever be a false life form. Shanae had no knowledge of the arcane, and she was struggling to grasp these factors. And what's worse, I didn't have the decades needed to explain the details.
She's not the protagonist, she's just one of the characters. Yeah, she's a genius and she's a stuck-up snob. And she puts off, she has like dual personalities, like she acts cute but when you piss her off, man, she gets arrogant, man.
So I opted for a simpler route.
This is how that serious
more
voice is her real voice. She puts on a facade that she's like a cute, innocent girl.
Even if your memories, knowledge, and personality make the jump, you will never feel the same. Your senses will feel foreign. Your fine motor skills will be dulled. In short, goodbye, art. Take, for example, the sky. We each paint it in our own way. One may clumsily blob some white on a blue background, while others might choose a deeper hue or express the clouds with more definite contours. Art is a negotiation between the artist's mind, eye, and hand. And if 2/3 of that equation were to change, then the artist might as well be a different person altogether.
So you just woke up.
Even I, genius that I am, took centuries to adapt to this process. Finally, it means you won't be human. You'll have to maintain your body like a machine, and you'll never have children. Is any of this sinking in?
But...
Shanae looked down at her hands, as if it were the first time she had ever seen them. It was never an easy decision. Even my sister begged me not to abandon my mortality, right until I made the hop into a new vessel.
Ultra smart. She created alchemy, so she's, she's it's almost like she's she's playing God. Yeah, she definitely. You look at the character, its surface value. It's like it's not what she is. She's not a cute, sweet little girl. No, she's kind of a bitch. She's really about herself. That's probably why guys like her.
The silence was deafening. Shanae was considering her past, and what abandoning it would mean for her future.
And
I observed her until I grew impatient.
This she is a guy. She's not really a girl, to my understanding. She's supposed to be the brother of the sister.
There's no reason you have to make up your mind now. As long as
she
you
just
found
has
an
the
answer
body of a
before we
girl.
sail out of the skydom, I can help you either way. Capiche? I turned to leave, causing the bedridden girl to lunge after me.
Wait! I don't care about losing my art. If it will free Heimel to live his life, then my choice is clear.
Her tears were pierced by a genuine smile. She bore the pain of losing her creative soul and the joy of gaining a liberated brother. Even with my infinite understanding of the universe, I could not say which of those emotions was stronger. You sure you don't want to talk to him first? She shook her head. I felt a small pang of regret. I led her down this path because I, on some level, felt we were alike in our suffering. But the truth was, I had an, I won't say easier way out. The same solution applied to Shanae's problem would be far more complicated. If anything, I felt like I understood Heimel's position more. He would simply want what was best for his sister. Just like how my own sister had wanted what was best for me. After leaving the studio, I made a list of all the materials the procedure would require. It was going to be a pain in the homunculus to gather everything, so I enlisted the crew to help. I had my sights set on the Pillar of Vayoi. Due to the high concentration of arcane energy,
At the same time, it's
the
like
materials
living
found
forever
there make
just
for
sounds
powerful alchemical reagents.
I wouldn't want to live forever.
Wait till you see! Shanae's paintings are breathtaking, and I'm not just saying that. The world needs her talent.
Curse that proud face of yours, Heimel. Look what you've made me do.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Charge! Cagliostro's coming for your cores, Mr. and Mrs. Spirit People.
And while I'm at it, I might pick up a few alchemical reagents in the process.
Let's go get it.
Great. This won't help anyone. Useless trash.
Yay! This'll do the trick. Look at all those spirits! What do you call a group of them anyway? A herd? A flock?
I call them target practice. Now come on. You need dark and light cores.
Show 'em your meanie! Mine together! Now's our chance! Your mind is getting started! Hooray! Find your keepers! Sounds like we're making good time! Ribbon tied. Spells ready. Components gathered. Hooray!
That's it for all of our elemental components. Now, if only we can track down an editor.
And the world will finally roll.
One of you numbskulls actually understands the foundation of alchemy.
Don't let him escape! Come on!
Color me impressed, right?
We did well.
Did you like that? Cagliostro knows everybody wants to cuddle up to her. You're icky!
Spread your wings.
it up. More.
Get in here! Wake up!
They shall fall.
No prisoners! So cool!
So brave.
Now, I need to blast you into alchemic dust.
I think I'm starting to feel sorry for the spirit. Let's try again.
Right here.
Did you see me? Did I do great or what? Please, I'm a red one.
Excellent. Throw some spirit guts in the old extractor, and we'll have prime crystals on our hands.
What now? Don't worry about it, Mr. Lizard. Wanna head back to town? Too cute to handle. Too smart to beat.
When we returned to the studio, Heimel was a flustered whirlwind.
Schnee told me everything. Please, we refuse to let you change her body.
We were shocked to hear his refusal. Well, Vern and Lyria were. I had been expecting it. I'd like to hear the reason from her mouth. She's the one suffering, after all. What right do you have to speak for her? He grimaced.
Schnee has dreamed of being a successful artist ever since she was small. Even after the fever started, she's put her entire soul into her art. And finally...
In his fervent voice, you could hear how long he'd been supporting his sister, praying for her success. And now, after years of hard work, she'd made it. She had recently been invited to participate in an exclusive exhibit, a privilege apparently afforded to very few.
Finally, Schnee will be recognized for her talent. If we throw away her chance now, what will that mean for her future? Or her legacy?
I wasn't sure whether he was gritting his teeth or his fists tighter.
Schnee's been waiting so long for this! Why add this darkness to her life now?
Because you deserve to live your life too, Heimel.
Brother and sister stood opposed, on opposite sides of their future.
I've never thought of you as a burden. I supported you because I love you. It's a blessing to watch you create.
No one doubted his words. More than anything, he wanted Shanae's efforts to bloom into something beautiful. He wanted her future years to remain bright. If her dreams were so close to coming true, he reasoned, then why abandon everything now? He had a point. But he'd never been in Shanae's position before. I had, and I knew what needed to happen this time.
Yes, can I help you?
Shanae's attitude changed after hearing her brother's plea.
Cagliostro, forgive me. I was selfish, looking for a quick fix. But now, I know I should face this disease and live my life the way I meant to.
Figures. You needed time to process your options. Actually, that was the reason why I asked Heimel about his objections in front of Shanae. She needed to hear his part.
We're sorry for wasting your time. We know it wasn't easy to gather all those components for a new body.
New body? Doesn't ring a bell.
But you said you would give Schnee a new vessel.
Right into my trap. I reached into my pocket and pulled out a bottle of pills and a note, handing them to Shanae. I present to you my genius medicine for slowing the progress of Lycerian fever syndrome. I calculate it's 3 times more effective than the previous tonic. Not hard to manufacture either. I'll give you the recipe. Stop by Sierra's sometime, and she'll help you fill it within 2 to 3 business days.
Wait, Cagliostro, so why did we go all the way to the Pillar of Vayoi?
It wasn't obvious? I needed some stronger base reagents to help synthesize the first batch. My crewmates looked at me with irritation. But when you've lived as long as I have, sometimes you need to spice things up with a few pranks. While we're on the topic, I did a little more research. Experts say that ley lines rebalance themselves after a number of years. Problem is, most people die before it can happen. But with my new prescription, you should be able to make it long enough. No sweat.
Cagliostro, how can we ever repay you? You are everything to this family.
Shanae was so overcome with emotion, she couldn't express her own thanks. I didn't mind her silence, though. Excess sentimentality always spoiled the mood. We had more important topics to discuss anyway. Right, so about payment. The founder of Alchemy developed a new medication specifically for your family. That's gonna cost ya. Heimel swallowed, readying himself for the worst.
I'm a fool. You're absolutely right. We don't have much in the way of money or valuables, but we'll do whatever it takes to...
I think there's been a misunderstanding. You don't get to decide my reward. Are we clear? Shanae and Heimel both nodded in fearful silence. Seeing harmony restored to the studio was a wonderful feeling. I even allowed myself to bask in memories of my sister as a treat. Sometime later, I was visiting Sierra's shop in Folka. You have my payment from Shanae and Heimel?
Sure do. It's a big one, so take good care of her.
From behind the counter, Sierra pulled out a canvas displaying the world's cutest girl.
Look at that painting over.
Clear skin, dewy eyes, and a mischievous smile, all framed by soft golden locks. Utter perfection.
Not that I have to explain it to you. Lots of folks have said they'd like to buy this pretty picture. I had to fight off all the amateur art collectors.
Of course. Who wouldn't want a portrait of me? Though I was the only one worthy of owning such a masterpiece.
I was surprised to hear you knew Lady Shanae. Must be a fancy lady, being a master and all.
Wait, master?
Indeedy! Youngest artist declared a master in a good long while. She's really made a name for herself in the market. Here, just got this piece in today.
I had seen it before. It filled me with a resonant vitality, just as it had in that cozy little studio. But now it was accompanied by a price tag of a whopping 5 million rupees. I think I'll add this one to my collection. In all my years of filling vessels with spirits, I had never procured an object with as much soul as Shanae's painting. I had to have it.
Are you sure? That's my biggest budget breaker.
I laughed. A few million rupees for a miracle? Chump change. Unbeknownst to Sierra Carte, I got away with the steal.
That's a color 4. Hmm. So it's a color 4. Wait, different colors of the characters? I haven't seen any NPC regarding like changing the color. Could change the colors of your characters. I would be dope. I would like that because I would love the change. That would be okay. But I don't think that's nice.
Appreciate the support.
And also too, notice the characters move around.
Wonder what kind of sigil we'll see today. Knick-knack vouchers never go out of fashion, do they?
Crap.
whatnot. Want to exchange your Dahlia banana ears and offer? You can't if you sending out the old true signal, eh? Who should we poke? Don't be a stranger!
This pack gets stronger together. The pack that trains together, reigns together. Wow. Great. Let's show them the fruits of our training. This pack gets stronger together. This is amazing. Let's show them the fruits of our training. The pack that trains together, reigns together. Oh my. Nice.
Perfect! My training continues. The longest journey starts with the smallest step. The longest journey starts with the smallest step.
just got stronger!
This bread is the bee's knees.
Yes. So then? Thank you so much.
All organic. This bread is the bee's knees.
Don't worry, there are no wrong choices here.
That's exciting. Easier than eating apples. It's locked. No fair.
But... Hokey dokey.
Oh. So then... Oh.
Ha! I smell money. Could be worse. You find something shiny, bring it to me.
Open sesame. Just
Got
what I
it.
needed.
Oh dear. All right.
Now Hey, nice.
Idea.
And what are you? I smell a new... Listen, Daddies ain't got nothing on you.
And also...
So funny.
Not bad. Open sesame. Hey, nice.
Don't worry, there are no wrong choices here.
So then, right, it means that you've come to the right place.
Good day. Please come again.
Have a look around. You won't be sorry. Found anything you like? I've got a few more options behind the counter.
So then...
new mission. So then,
This kind of gameplay, this kind of party system, I'm sure that just perfect. That would be like, I'd be on that game time forever. I'm not retired. So all of these characters like in the crossover universe. Collect all the characters in general with a similar ticketing system. But man, it would be so epic. It really would. I'd just be like, wow. My jaw would drop if I saw something like that. If it ever happened, it would be a godsend. It really would be. I know it's asking for a lot, just the likelihood of that happening would probably be very low. One can dream. Can dream. I find any more gold chests.
So then,
Where are you supposed to find the other chests? I don't see them in town.
right. That's exciting.
So then,
Some lightning chests and some silver or gold ones.
that's it.
Did I get them all? This is why I need a map sometimes. Mark show you.
Come over to our shop. We got great deals. Hold on, folks. Don't worry, there are no wrong choices here.
What have you got to lose?
Got cool stuff.
Thank you.
So, I could use this.
oh, how embarrassing.
So,
Oh gosh.
Right then. Thank you so much.
Not bad.
yep. So,
Oh, I think once you have it, you can just keep using it. I don't think it runs out. That makes sense. You don't get a number of keys. You just get the ability to unlock the chest with that one for that time. I thought you used it. You got lost. Yeah, you can get it. It's okay. It's just a one-time deal. So let's get the sky. Towards key, better loot. Tier 4. So, yeah. So, the only one I'm missing is a sky key. So, get this treasure I can't open. Everything else but the sky key. Those two is only 2 counts. Actually, get more counts. Kinda weird, only 2 counts.
Just what I needed.
Oh, only 2? No, kind of unfortunate. I wish I wanted to. It's kind of lacking.
Open sesame. Hey, nice. Missy.
Apparently just respawn. Except the gold, silver. Well, no. Actually, I think all chests, maybe all chests respawn. Except these. These the specialty type keys don't, but the basic ones do. I always seem to keep running into them. Yeah, they do respawn. Basic chests. Tier 1 and Tier 2 chests, they respawn after a time. Yeah, white big keys. 3 chests again, and so forth. So 1 in this town, 2 in the other town.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's a level 1, level 2 chest, and definitely respawn. Level 3 plus don't seem to respawn. Gold, white wing, and the silver chest do not respawn. It's not like there's only 2 areas you can open those kind of chests anyway. Notice in the open field areas there's no key chests. It's all the basic chests. And once you open all the chests, that's it. You're done. Unless the higher you go in level, the chest respawn's changing too. I can never see that. Going has been slow rolls. Started 70, it started to go pretty slow. Yeah, fighting stuff that's way above my level. You do have those. Do have those. XP items. Yeah, no GXP books, that's for sure.
Oh no.
It's very rare. But you want to grind it.
Oh dear.
It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so good. They're so cool. The adorbs. The cuteness is real.
Whoa! Infinite power!
Skyfarers, huh? I'll make a decision once I see what you've got. Show me. I can make just about anything. Come back sometime.
What a person something. The one that comes from her. The ability to make colors or something like that. Because I swear I saw something called Color 4. I saw it one time. It's like, what the fuck is Color 4? Thing like that. I didn't see it.
Knick-knack vouchers never go out of style, do they? Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a curly voucher. Someone wanna trade in their Dahlia badges?
give me more. I got silver Dahlia badges, but gold Dahlia badges was
Never go out of style, do they? I love the bargain. We can activate your Dahlia badges for special treasure. Someone wanna trade in their Dahlia? If you've got the vouchers, I've got the sigils. Sending out the old crew signal, eh? Who should we... Knick-knack vouchers never go out of fashion, do they?
so knick-knack vouchers. So where do you trade the knick-knack vouchers for then?
Special treasure?
So
I
confused.
love that we have a wide selection of sigils. Let me know if you need help.
So, that's what I'm trying to understand. What are the knick-knacks?
All the good whatnot.
I can trade them, but I can't spend them? You can trade anything for vouchers, but what do you trade the vouchers for? Why is there no option to trade the actual vouchers? So there's an option to
What can I do you for?
trade for them, but not a option to trade them for something else.
Never hurts to have some backup, right?
No other option
We'll
to
can
trade. Here you can trade these for the fence. Is that all it's for? It's just converting mutations?
Knick-knack vouchers never go out. Someone wanna trade in their Dahlia badges? Now here's an offer you. We have a wide. Let me know if you need help. We have a wide selection of. Let me know if you need help. We have a wide selection of sigils.
It's just convert. It's all these do. So, I feel like the vouchers are all for trying to
Wonder
get
what
it.
kind of sigil we'll see today.
Unless I haven't got all the options.
Don't be a stranger. Oh no.
Let's talk.
Sweet,
What kind of
yes,
weapons
she's
you
all
need?
good
Sigil enhancement? Got it. Don't forget about upkeep.
supposed to be like a random item of sort. But I don't know what they do. So lost. It's like,
One guy there is trash is another merchant's treasure.
I'm so confused. Like, I don't know what these
We
things
have
are
a
for.
wide selection of sigils. Someone want to trade in their Dahlia badges?
It's easier to trade badges for. Which I don't want to do. Yeah, I don't know how to use the damn thing. That's so fucking weird.
Love a good whatnot. Let me give you a voucher from it.
I was converting these. Wait, was I doing this wrong? Okay, wait. See, it's saying so you change. She's gonna give me one, right? That's what I'm so confused. It says vouchers wanted, treasure costs. I'm confused how this works. See, if I trade the Raphael points, it will give me vouchers. So, it's saying it's going to give me vouchers, not going to give me coins. I'm so fucking confused. These are just converting. So yeah, where's the option to fucking actually use the vouchers? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't see it.
Sending out the old crew signal, eh? Who should we
I'm wondering if I haven't unlocked it yet. Because it just seems like it's missing. Or it would be in here, but there's no option to
never go out of sight?
redeem it. So, that's so strange. They have no option to redeem my vouchers.
Don't be a stranger.
Weird. I really don't know what's going on. Unless it's in the other town, maybe? Maybe it's specific to each town, like how she functions. And the one here doesn't achieve it. She takes the vouchers, but then the other town she trades them for them. Just so far. Again, I don't know if she should function the same way.
Hello to you. Love a good
Yeah, that's the same.
Let me give you a voucher from it.
It's the same. She functions the same. So, maybe I just don't have the option for it. Maybe I have to learn. I know I'm still gonna unlock it, sure. It's possible.
Kick some tail. Easier than eating apples. I think I'll
That could be it. Yeah, we'll find out later. Okay. 6 hours.
I smell money. Could be worse. Pleasure doing business with you.
Right then. No way.
So stop here. issues. So I come over at 11 o'clock. Leave around 1. Give you some errands. Stores, get my car washed. I'll be back around 3 or 4. Chill for a bit. Still streaming right around 7 or so. Let's get some dinner. See. Or something. Like a bird. Right, that's. That was fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. So I'll probably be back on. I'll be back on, so probably on 7 or so. Depending on how good the internet is, because there's just times where the internet runs like complete shit and I can't stream. So it runs usually good, like past 9 o'clock. The internet's really solid, but like before that, it's questionable. We'll see. I know it was running bad earlier, but then after I did the reset, it ran really fast, so maybe that won't have any issues. But we'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys later on tonight. So, you guys have a good one. You guys take care. Have a good night. Peace out.